And here we go. It's game 3 of this 5-game slate for Arizona Club basketball here on the Real Recruits live stream on the Home Team online website. And we are underway. It's Factory 17U against the AZ Wizards. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mitchell Vereld is here alongside my partner Greg Rosenberg as Cameron Catal misses his first shot. And now Cedric Bridges with a shot of his own, and it's no good. And that's picked up underneath by the absolute stud in Hayden Quinn of this AZ Wizards team. So we have 16-minute halves for those of you that are curious about the clock. And we're currently at 15.5 to go. But moving the ball around is Austin Evans, and he'll get it off the backboard and in for his first 2 and the first points of the game. And now it's Josh Holloway moving the ball. Finds a Jang Aguek on the outside. Back to Holloway. Outside for Emmanuel Taban, the #1 player in the state of Arizona. Now Aguek. Holloway. They're looking to try and get underneath. Holloway, it's him. Drives, no good. Picked up by Taban, and it's good for 2.
Taban just got selected to be a Pangos All-American camp player. It's a very prestigious camp. Probably about 100, 120 of the best players in the entire West Coast and the country get invited to that.
Long hesitation on that shot by Quinn, and it pays off for 2. But now just looking to keep consistency going as Catal gets the one-hander. Now outside, Kyler Mickelson. No good on the 3, picked up by Taban. And Taban's just going to take it himself, now passing to Holloway. Long 3, skying arc, and it's good. Now with the ball's Tremaine Lee. Of course, AZ Wizards in the red jerseys, Factory in the blue. And Catal's going to get called for a foul on that one. That'll be his first. So 144 is guarding the other. And it pays off for the red and not the blue. So now underneath, passing in the ball is going to be Kyler Mickelson. And he finds Lee. Lee, outside 3. It's good. Tremaine Lee with his first points of the game.
Tremaine shot the ball well last time. Looks like he's been working on his jumper.
And Aguek with the response. His first 3 of the day.
Jang's had an unbelievable 3 weeks in this ACBL. Probably the breakout performer of the entire event thus far.
Here he goes. Underneath to Bridges. Beautiful off the backboard for 2.
Looks like all 5 Factory players have scored.
And a travel is called on Tremaine Lee. Just trying to spin, move, and pass, but it goes to Factory, and now it's Holloway's ball. 13 minutes to go. It's 12-7 in favor of Factory. And no good on the long 3 by Aguek, picked up by Quinn underneath. Now Quinn's taking it himself. He's driving the lane, goes up, but he's blocked by Catal, but Mickelson with the rebound and the 2. Now Aguek just inside, no good. And there's going to be a foul called by Quinn for reaching. So now Holloway's going to inbound the ball. He finds Catal on the outside. Now Taban, guarded by 2. Holloway. Really making the ball move here. Long 3 from Taban. That's no good. Picked up by Holloway as no one in red was able to touch it. Now outside Aguek, driving in. Underneath is Catal. Outside again, Holloway. And now we have a 3-second offensive violation, and it's going to go to the Wizards.
Would have helped with one more pass. Kind of got double teamed. Emmanuel Taban was open in the corner.
So now moving the ball is Austin Evans. Now it's found in the hands of Mickelson, and now Courtney Henson. Now Quinn. Now driving it underneath. Evans with the one hand. He'll get his second two. He's now at 4 points. And now Factory's underneath with Catal. He'll get two. The big man advantage.
Great ball movement.
Quinn to Mickelson. Still looking for a dribble from the AZ Wizards, and there it comes from Courtney Henson. Back and forth, finds Quinn outside. Quinn contested, steps back. No good. Picked up by Bridges. Now Holloway leading the offense. Finds Aguic outside. Aguic drives in, spins. Finds Bridges. Bridges steps in. He gets two. Cedric Bridges with 4 points on the afternoon. 16-11, just under 11 minutes to go.
Quick on-ball defense right there by Josh Holloway.
And Mickelson with a long shot, and it's no good off the front of the rim, picked up by Bridges. Pass to Holloway, and Holloway's now moving the offense. Finds Taban outside. Taban's going to drive in, but a traveling violation. It'll go to the Wizards. And a timeout called on the AZ Wizards end. So looking to try and develop a play here. They're already down by 5 in this 16-11 game, and 10 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the half. But while they take a break, we'll take a break. Be right back after a short break.
Coming back onto the court. Looks like the Wizards took a timeout, mainly solely just to catch a breath. They have no subs. Very rare in club ball. I mean, you don't want to play with 12 players, but you definitely need some bench players.
Of course, the Wizards normally with a roster as big as 14, but today it's just the 5 red jerseys that you see on the court.
Possible some are at church, but our church is here today.
Sports is my religion. Don't you know that?
Definitely mine.
We got a foul underneath. It'll still remain Factory ball, and that foul's going to be on Lee, his first. So Holloway's going to inbound the ball. He finds Catal. Outside three. No good. Rolls off. Last touched by Quinn. Still Factory ball.
Cameron Catal, intriguing long-term prospect. That's almost 6'10". Shoots threes. Good post footwork. Got a nice hook. Emmanuel Taban gets fouled.
And another quick shooting foul. That's going to go against Courtney Henson, his first. So now Emmanuel Taban to the line for the first time today. 10 minutes and 3 seconds to go. No good on the first. Gets the second one. Now it's an 6-point lead for Factory.
And the lone 2 subs by either team look like they're checking in for Factory in the next dead ball.
Austin Evans snaps the cords on that one. His first 3. He's at 7 points now. Aguic left all alone, but he's no good on the shot. Picked up by Lee. And Lee will pass it off to Evans to run the offense. Evans just wanted to take it himself, but he's short. And now a quick pass underneath to Taban with the one-hand little layup. It's good for 2.
And he's got those go-go gadget long arms. Just glided his way for the layup.
And it's not without saying that Taban is the shortest of the big men, but he's still a big man. Between him, Ajang Aguic, and Cameron Catal, this Factory team is imposing to this Wizards offense. But Austin Evans will go to the line.
That's what makes Emmanuel Taban so intriguing. At almost 6'8", he plays literally 4-3-2-1 for his team, maybe a little 5 even. He's such a versatile defensive player, and then you go along with his crazy wingspan and skill level. It makes him a very high major type of prospect.
So Evans sinks both of his. Now with the ball is Tyrese Eugene, who just checked in, and passes it off to KJ Patrick, who also just checked in. Now outside Patrick. Welcome to the game, but unfortunately that one will be a miss. Picked up by Quinn, now driving in Henson. Henson almost loses it, passes it back to Quinn outside. Quinn spin moves around. Little underneath shot, no good. Picked up by Aguic. Now Aguic.
Pull up off the dribble, going the other way, and he pulls up, tries to just to get
Patrick guarding
straight.
Evans. Goes out of bounds in favor of Factory.
Factory's always known the last like 5 years or so as long athletes, and it bothers opponents on defense. And there was a perfect example right there.
Underneath Aguic, outside. Eugene, no good on his first 3. Picked up by Mickelson. Now it's Evans. 8 minutes, 5 seconds and counting. And a fight for the ball just in front of the ref, and now they're going to give it to the Wizards, and Eugene is just going to have to laugh that one off.
Yeah, he thought it was his way, but the ref may have made a good call there.
So Tremaine Lee will inbound it for the Wizards. Interesting thing for us to watch today will be the amount of timeouts that the Wizards have. Of course, head coach will have to spend those properly with only 5 players on the court. After another quick foul, the Wizards will retain possession, and then it'll be inbounded to Quinn. Quinn jukes out Aguic, and another foul called against the Factory Blue.
I said earlier, a Jang possible breakout player of the year. If it's not him, it's definitely number 23 on the Wizards, Hayden Quinn.
So 3 quick fouls already from Factory. And a throw-up shot to Tremaine Lee on the inbound pass, and he gets the basket. Give him 5 points today.
It's tough bucket in traffic. Good body control, and scoops it in.
Quick ball movement by Factory. All over the place. Cedric Bridges thought it was his, but now it belongs to Courtney Henson. Passes it to Evans, and now it belongs back to Factory. Catal is going to check back in for Ajang Aguic.
At some point in this game, these legs of the Wizards players are going to get heavy. I don't know when it's going to kick in, but you may see in the middle of the second half.
So 7 minutes and 26 seconds and counting in this first half. Quick passing around. It's KJ Patrick. Now Bridges pounds it in for 2. (23-18) in favor of Factory.
That's what you call crow hop, as Kenny Mullins shot it out. Nice crow hop to Cedric Bridges.
And an errant pass from KJ Patrick. Now it's going to go to the Wizards. And now checking in is Josh Holloway, and he's going to be checking in for Taban. So Taban gets his first break of the day. So now Austin Evans running the offense for the Wizards. Outside Mickelson, guarded by Catal. Bridges almost with the steal. Lee takes advantage. No good from around the charity stripe, picked up by Quinn. Spin move, beautiful layup shot by Hayden Quinn. Patrick doing a little Shannon Evans juke there for his first two.
ASU.
I would say I know a thing or two about ASU hoops. Unfortunately, having to watch them all season, and among the many views of which I got to watch ASU men's basketball as a travels called there by Henson, mine was primarily from the band, as I am one of the marching band students of the Arizona State University Sun Devil Marching Band. And of course, during the winter season, we move from marching to standing, which is actually kind of nice because we get to wear comfy jumpsuits and nice clothes. As Bridges takes the foul there, that'll go against what appears to be Mickelson of the Wizards. Correction, that'll be Tremaine Lee for his second.
Wizards are constructed today a little interesting because there's no point guard, but Evans, Henson, Hayden Quinn all could handle the ball pretty well to deal with the pressure of Factory.
So Cedric Bridges with his first, but he misses on the second, but it's recovered by KJ Patrick, but no good on the shot, and it's recovered by Mickelson. Now Hayden Quinn with the ball, trying to keep the offense in motion. Driving in by himself, and he'll be fouled going up, and that's going to be against Eugene for Factory. That'll be his first.
Great move. He's pretty shifty enough to get by his man and then finish through contact or get fouled.
So Hayden Quinn makes his first. He's now at 5 points, looking at 6. And it's a 6-point deficit for the Wizards. Remains a 6-point deficit. Now 5 minutes, 55 seconds and counting. Holloway to Patrick to Eugene. So now Factory playing a little small ball with 4 guards on the floor. Long shot by Holloway for 3.
And that's what you usually get for small ball. Jumpers.
Another thing that I've seen a lot from ASU basketball this past season.
Yeah, playing 4 guards would do it.
But of course, the big news for ASU basketball is the official signing of outstanding California senior Tayshaun Cherry out of the San Diego area, who officially signed his letter of commitment yesterday.
Yeah, that was a huge get by them.
So Cameron Catal now with 6 points on the afternoon. And now 5 minutes to go. It's 32-21 Factory against the depleted Wizards lineup. Long 3 by Mickelson, no good off the front of the rim, picked up by Bridges. And now it's going to be Eugene running the offense. Finds Holloway. Underneath Bridges, quick pass to Catal. 8 points for Cameron Catal now.
Another beautiful pass by Cedric Bridges. Gets out of his hands so quickly, and Cameron's ready to catch the ball.
Now foul called by...
Illegal screen called on the Wizards.
Thank you for catching me on that one. That'll go against Kyler Mickelson. Don't know what happened. I kind of spaced out on the name there for a second. But regardless, foul goes to Mickelson, and ball goes to Factory. And it's 4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. Long 3 from Eugene, but it's way short, but picked up by Guek, also missing. And a third rebound by Holloway is no good, and now it's Wizards ball. Long pass from Quinn to Mickelson. Almost got the ball stolen away. Now it's Tremaine Lee fighting off the guarding of Holloway. Quick ball movement, almost loses it out of bounds, throws it way back to Austin Evans, guarded by Guek. So now Factory returning to tall ball as opposed to small ball. And that one's no good, but there's going to be a foul on the baseline, and that looks like it's going to go against Courtney Henson. That's now his second foul.
Yeah, over dribbling right now by the Wizards. They need to move the ball, kind of slow it down a little. I mean, they have 0 bench players. That is tough. I would slow this down a little. and move the ball until you get an open cutter or shooter.
So now Holloway with a little outside shot, and it's good for 2. Josh Holloway now at 9 points. 8 points, excuse me.
It's great to see a player like Josh Holloway, how much improved shooting he has from literally just a year ago. He struggled shooting, and now everything is very easy for him.
Now it's going to be a foul against Eugene. That'll be his second. So Tremaine Lee will check it in. Now it's Quinn. Back to Lee for 3. No good. And a little air jumping for the ball. But it's Holloway with the rebound. Now underneath, Aguek. A little floater, no good. Picked up by Mickelson. Now Henson. Trying to spin off the double team. But Quinn. They need to get the ball across the line, and they will. Austin Evans now from 3-ball range. It's good. Austin Evans cracks double digits, now at 12 points. And a beautiful underneath pass by Taban, now finds it again. Outside 3 is no good, but it's picked up by Quinn, and Quinn's just trying to fight off Holloway. Holloway with the aggressive D on full court press.
Austin Evans been playing really well the first half. 2 threes already, a bucket, a couple free throws, showing a lot of his game right now.
Hayden Quinn with the miss, picked up by Taban. Now blocked up in the air, loose. Taban picks it up again, outside. Holloway no good on the 3. Gets his own miss. Aguek alone with the one-hand throwdown. My goodness.
Great find.
I mean, that's just ridiculous. We're talking about, I mean, it's obvious how tall he is, but that is just absolutely ridiculous. My goodness. So it's now 38-24. Factory still leading this one with just under 2 minutes, 1 minute, 58 seconds to be exact. Wizards will have possession with their depleted bench, as of course will be a factor moving forward into the second half. And it's stolen away by Holloway on the rebound. Now he's doubled, gets it away to Taban. Now Taban's driving, finds Patrick, but it's tipped away by Henson, last touched, of course, by the Wizards. And now Factory retains.
Yeah, the size factor of Factory. When your starting shooting guard is taller than your entire team, it's going to be a long night.
Long miss picked up by Tremaine Lee, and now him and Evans playing back and forth. Now Mickelson. A lot of aggressive D from Factory.
Not many quicker than Josh Holloway on the ball. He gets a great burst. His lateral quickness is incredible.
So now Holloway outside for 3 again. This time no good. Aguek blocked by Mickelson underneath, but Catal picks it up and makes up for it. Another 2. So now Henson finds Lee. Lee driving in with 2 hands, no good. Picked up by Taban. Got to reset quickly here. Taban finds Patrick outside. No good. Aguek almost with the rebound, but loses possession, and it's picked up by Evans. Now 45 seconds to go. Evans, one hand, no good. Picked up by Taban, trying to fight off the defense. Finds KJ Patrick. Catal for 3. In and out. Tremaine Lee. Swatted away by Aguek. And now Austin Evans slowing things down. 23 seconds and counting. Hayden Quinn. Back to Evans. And this will likely be the last possession of the half. Evans keeps moving the ball around, now guarded by Aguek. Courtney Henson. Swatted away by Patrick. Picked up by Holloway. Holloway drives. Long 3. They're calling the shot. No shot. And that'll do it for this first half. It's 40-24 Factory. It's been all Factory in this one. We'll be back after a 3-minute halftime. Stay right with us. Back in action here for the second half of AZ Wizards and Factory. Factory just destroying the game offensively. 39 points in the first half for them versus AZ Wizards 24. But early with scoring is Austin Evans. With that 3, he's now at 15 on the game. Welcome back, everybody. Mitch Vereldis, Greg Rosenberg here to bring you all the action here of this second half and the remaining 2 games of this full slate of club basketball. As a Jang Agwek, unlucky on that one, but it retains. Just taking a look at some of the first half stats, the leading scorers on both ends. For Factory, it was the man who's holding the ball right now. Was holding the ball anyway, and now halfway into the first minute of the second half. So Wizards playing to their bench, and Mickelson for 2, and now the Wizards are on a 5-0 run to start the half. Taban, no looks to Bridges, underneath Catal. Catal continues to dominate on the boards.
Another incredible pass by Cedric Bridges. It's probably his 4th one.
Now driving in is Evans, and it's blocked away by Taban, picked up by Catal. Now Holloway moving quickly underneath.
Ooh.
Quick pass to Bridges. Bridges with the one-hand slam. Ridiculous.
Great find by Josh Holloway in traffic. Knew he was going to be there.
Now a quick foul by Agwek. That's going to be his 2nd. So now Hayden Quinn to the line. He makes the first, and there's 14 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Hayden Quinn now at 6 points. So he makes them both, and now Factory retains, and it's Josh Holloway moving quickly. Now slowing down once he gets to the 3 line, guarded by Evans. Finds Taban. Taban, no good on the 3. Picked up by Agwek. Easy 2. Evans with a long 3. Response! Rips the cords on that one.
Man, he continues to play well in this game. Austin Evans.
Holloway no good with the call. Picked up by Henson, almost lost, and he will lose it. It's Taban going in, one hand underneath the left-handed.
Showing some of his versatility on defense right there.
Oh, my goodness. It is all Austin Evans for the Wizards. He's now at 21 points and his 3rd 3 of the half.
He's unconscious right now. Feed him.
And he just steals the ball away. It's a 3-on-2. Quinn outside. He gets a 3 of his own. Don't count out the Wizards. It's now within 7. (13 minutes and 12 seconds and counting. Taban outside, now drives in. Gets a long 2.
Nice ball fake. 2 dribble, pull up, bang.
Taban now the 4th player to crack double digits. And Mickelson tries to add to the 3-point load, and it's no good. Taban with the rebound. Throws up to Catal. They were trying to do the alley-oop there, you could tell, but Catal will be fine with the 2 points.
Either way, in the stat book, it's 2 points.
But, of course, for the video, it's something completely different.
This is true.
So Evans with the ball now. Trying to develop a play. Quinn. Guarded heavily by Agwek. Spin move. Gets it up, no good. Picked up by Catal, now to Taban. Taban quickly to Bridges, all by himself. And that's his 2nd one-hand slam of the half.
That's just for the video guys out there. That slam right there.
Cedric Bridges joins the double digits crew. He's now at 11 points. And Austin Evans no good, but it's picked up by Mickelson, and he's no good on the response. It'll be picked up by Agwek of Factory. Finds Catal, throws it up to Bridges. Another attempt at an alley-oop, but I'm sure Bridges is just fine with another 2 points there. So now the Wizards find themselves in another deep hole, 15-point deficit. 11 minutes and 34 seconds and counting. It's Mickelson. Back to Evans. Long three. Making it look easy. Give him 24 points.
Wow. He's trying to break his teammates' record of 30 points.
So give Taban credit for the basket and give Evans credit for the foul. That's his first.
Tough and one right there.
Taban looking for point number 14. He'll get it. Of course, for the sake of the schedule, the first game, which featured the Factory 16U, features Emmanuel Taban's younger brother. That would be young
Apuli Taban. Good move.
And a quick pass to Aguek. Aguek joins the dunk party.
The Wizards' legs are probably starting to get a little heavier. When you have no subs, eventually it's going to kick in. This lead is blown to 17 now.
Quinn, guarded heavily by Aguek. Finds Mickelson. Blocked by Catal, picked up by Taban.
Size, and more size.
Bridges, step back. No shot, fouled before he went up. And that's going to go against Lee, his third. And you have to fear what could be possible foul trouble for the Wizards team.
Was each player to play their natural positions, where in this case the Wizards players, their wings are now their centers and power forwards. So it just makes it tougher to bang with guys who are probably 20 pounds heavier than you, and it wears you out during the game.
And another foul called. Looks like that one's going to go against Bridges. That's Bridges' first.
Also, the rebounding mismatch is always going to be a problem. It's probably 3-1 right now in Arizona Factory's favor.
Henson, pass to Lee. Lee with a long three. So if there's one thing the Wizards could do, it's shoot from out there.
That's for sure.
Now it's Taban, finds Bridges. Bridges, turnaround jumper. No good. Swatted up in the air by Aguek, but no luck. Lee to Quinn. Quinn moving the ball for the Wizards. Now 9.5 to go. And that'll be the first timeout for the Wizards of the half. And
smart timeout.
I mean, we all know why that's there. That's just for the break. But in the meantime, it's I can't count, but
14.
it's 60-46.
14 points.
In favor of Factory. Again, I can't count. I'm a journalist for a reason. 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go here. We'll take a short one. Be back in a few. So checking back in now, the Wizards, after their short little rest break for the only 5 players that are wearing red jerseys. But they're facing a big hole right now. 14 points they are down, and they just lost possession. It's Eugene moving the ball quickly. Patrick. And the 3 ball bites them again. KJ Patrick.
Good find by Tyrese Eugene from Ironwood, unsigned senior.
Evans will be called for the travel there. And you could see that Patrick was calling it too. So now 8 minutes and 47 seconds to go. It's 63-46 favor of Factory. But it's almost expected at this point, given how little protection that the AZ Wizards had on the bench. By that, I mean no protection. And it's stolen away by Henson. And now kick by Eugene.
Factory making it uncomfortable for Wizards right now. Like I said in the beginning, they don't have a true point guard. And kids, you know, sometimes get uncomfortable when there's a lot of ball pressure. And that's what's happening. Right on cue.
What can you do there? KJ Patrick steals it away, gets the 2 and 1, and Austin Evans is now at 2 fouls on the afternoon.
Yeah, Factory, besides having a lot of size out there, they have 3 quick, fast, strong point guards, Holloway, Eugene, and Patrick.
So Patrick can't turn the 3-point play, but either way, Wizards have a lot of catching up to do. They're down by 19. Mickelson with some space from Cameron Catal, and that one's last touch by Factory, retained by the Wizards. Mickelson checks it into Quinn. Quinn drives in, spins, and he'll get 2, knocking Holloway down in the process.
Probably has a good 30 pounds on him.
Bridges now at 15 points on the afternoon. And some good spin moves by Tremaine Lee, and finally something in his favor. Gets fouled on that shot. So Catal with the foul, and now Lee going to the line. And missing the first shot is the last thing that you would want, especially from the free throw line.
And when you're down 19.
What can you do? And he'll make the second one. So Tremaine Lee now at 8 points, but still a long way to get back in this one. Patrick to Eugene, back and forth. Over to Holloway, the outside 3. No good off the front of the rim, picked up by Henson. Now Henson moving quickly, guarded by 1. And unfortunately, they're calling a foul on Patrick, and Patrick is bewildered.
That was smart coaching job by the Wizards coach. They switched it up, went out of the man, went into the zone to kind of protect their legs and fouls.
And once again, missed free throws bite the Wizards again. No good on the first. Emmanuel Taban checks in. Bridges is out for the Factory. And Henson with his first point of the day. Now Patrick to Eugene, underneath to Taban, outside to Catal. He's good. Give him 16 points. Now Austin Evans. Been doing a lot for this Wizards team today. And unfortunately misses that one over. And Taban picks up the rebound. Now driving in by himself. He took that ball all the way from the opposite end to get 2.
That's what you called coast to coast.
That ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Wizards. So now KJ Patrick running the offense. Finds Eugene. Catal underneath Taban. Blocked by Mickelson, but they're going to call it a foul. That'll send Taban to the line.
A lot of smart set plays you're noticing. Guys know exactly where their teammates are going to be, and it cashes in on that play.
Ref calls the foul on Tremaine Lee, and that puts him at 4. And Taban with the basket. Give him 17, and the point leader for Factory right now. Just behind him, Catal at 16, and just behind him, Bridges, 15. But now Taban with 18. Henson running the O. Lee trying to call for the pick. Shakes it off. Long 2 is no good. Picked up by Patrick. Spins, turns around and sends it the other way. Almost throws it away. Taban luckily with the long arm. It's 2-on-1. And for the 3rd time today, we have seen a failed attempt at an alley-oop, but this one does not result in any points.
Little high.
He'll get it. 5 minutes and 49 seconds to go. 73-50 in favor of Factory. Wizards just trying to finish this one strong, and they've been playing well. Long 3 from Mickelson. He'll get that one.
Water.
7 points now for Mickelson. So everybody except for Tyrese Eugene has notched themselves into the score column today. Let's see if Eugene can get it here. Unfortunately not on cue. Rebounded by the Wizards. Mickelson. Now it's Evans. Guarded by Patrick. Underneath. Gets the foul. He'll go to the line. And some frustration from Factory. Some of these calls not going the way they expect them to, but KJ Patrick now with 2. So Austin Evans at the line, making the first. The overall point leader right now, he's at 25 currently, looking to get 26. There's 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in this half, in this game. He'll get the second. Now we have a quick sub. So Catal checks out. And in again is Patrick. So Eugene running the offense. And now they're just having fun with it. Agwek with another one-hand slam.
Great pass by.
No good from Quinn. Picked up by Eugene. Eugene, 2-on-3. Finds Taban outside. Holloway driving in. Left hand. Now we have a timeout. Or we have a technical foul called, excuse me, for hanging on the rim when it wasn't even his shot. Gotta assume that's a fair call.
A lot of speed there by Josh Holloway. He blew by him and kind of floated with a left-hand layup. Austin Evans on the line here. Try to pad his stats.
Misses the first one. There's now 5 players from Factory of the 7 that have played that have cracked double digits. And Evans makes the second now. 27 points for him.
It's really been a balanced team all season long. A lot of size, good guards, but they share the ball. That's a sign of a good team.
So Wizards just trying to finish this one strong. Once again, 4.5 minutes to go. Quinn, long miss, picked up by Bridges.
Great ball fake, but the length of Manuel Taban, he recovers so quickly with his long
See
arms.
if Eugene can get his first points. He will! Now every single player on the court has scored today as Eugene gets 2. Of course, as mentioned, as Quinn quickly goes down on the foul by Eugene. That's his third. But again, going back to what you were saying about how well they've shared the ball, 5 players in double digits. And Lee with some points of his own. He'll crack double digits as well. So 3 players on the Wizards join the 5 for Factory in double digits. So totaling 8 players with double-digit point totals today. And Lee with the rebound after a long missed 3. Finds Evans, but he overshoots Evans, and now it'll go back to Factory. 3 minutes, 32 seconds to go.
Sloppy play, probably due to just being tired.
I mean, you have to give the Wizards some credit, though.
Yeah.
They've been playing very well offensively. As mentioned, 3 of their players scoring in double digits out of the 5. Really competitive work out of an incredibly spread thin roster out of the Wizards. As Evans is no good from outside, picked up by Agwek. Now Holloway moving for Factory. Finds Agwek. Agwek spin moves, find Catal. Catal for 3. Unfortunately, no good. Eugene trying to get the miss. And it stays put. Last touched by Hayden Quinn of the Wizards. Holloway inbounds it to Eugene. Eugene, no good, in and out on the 3. Last touched by Factory, that would be Holloway. Now goes to the Wizards. So now under 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 50 seconds and counting. 81-58, Factory has taken off in this one.
They're close to a running clock. I think it's 25 points to running clock.
No good from Lee. Gets his own miss. Trying to run the offense. Henson. Mickelson for 3. That one's good. Kyler Mickelson padding his stat totals. He's now at 10. So now 9 players in double digits. 4 on the Wizards. So now we got a jump ball. And it's going to stay put. It'll be Factory ball. 2 minutes, 18 seconds now. 20-point deficit. 81-61. So a long inbound to KJ Patrick. As Greg mentioned, 25-point lead will give you that full running clock. But with 2 minutes left, I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of threw it on at this point. Now the ball is up in the air, and it's picked up by Tremaine Lee. Wizards moving left to right. Lee all by himself with a nice little left-hand layup. So, of course, at this point, for some of these Wizards players, they're doing it for their own statistics. As Eugene misses another shot there, and it's Mickelson, but Catal's hand was in there. And it's going to be a foul against him. So now Austin Evans with the last minute and 38 seconds and counting. Mickelson driving in, no good. Agwek picks it. Holloway gets past Henson, all by himself for 2.
Speed.
Tremaine Lee, no good. Now foul called. And that's going to go against Mickelson.
Really good dump off by Hayden Quinn. Drove the lane. Saw the cutter. Unfortunately, Tremaine Lee did not capitalize on it.
Still a 20-point deficit and almost at the 1 minute mark. We'll let you know when it hits. Agwek driving in. And he's fouled going up by Mickelson. So 5 seconds until that 1 minute mark. And I'm sure the Wizards are just kind of waiting for that clock to tick. So Agwek now at the line. Looking for 14 and 15. There's 14. A lot of sharing in the scoring column. Josh Holloway with 12, KJ Patrick with 7, Emmanuel Taban with 18, now Agwek with 15, Bridges with 15, and Catal with 16, and Eugene with his little 2. And blocked by Catal. And now it's Agwek going the other way, finds Patrick, almost overshoots him, kind of does. And now missed possession. He's going to go to the Wizards.
Third block on the day by Cameron Catal, showing his quick reflexes near the rim.
Evans. Henson, long 3. No good off the front of the rim, picked up by Quinn. Quinn on the outside for 3. No good again. Eugene with the ball, 30 seconds to go. Now it's Agwek. Holloway for 3. That long arcing shot has failed him again. Henson to Quinn. Quinn driving in.
Hey.
Just had to get that one for himself with the 2-hand slam. We're almost at the 10-second mark, and you can hear from Kenny Mullins, it's time to burn the clock. So just 3 more seconds to go, but this will be the final in this one. 85-65, and Factory continues to dominate at the 17U level. They have not lost a game yet in this league. Defeating the AZ Wizards by 20. Unfortunately, the depleted Wizards, as you could say, the Wizards only with 5 players, but very strong showings from a lot of them. For the Wizards, the leading scorer, of course, Austin Evans, had 27 points on the night, and their star Hayden Quinn with 14 of his own. Kyler Mickelson had 10 to contribute, Courtney Henson with 1, and Tremaine Lee had 12. On the opposite end for Factory, Josh Holloway leading the offense, had 12 points of his own, but the offensive scoring leader today, it's hard to say, but in the end, it ended up being Emmanuel Taban. He had 18 points. Ajang Agwek had 15 of his own. Cedric Bridges tied that number. And Cameron Catal with 16, a lot of them hanging underneath. And then even off the bench, KJ Patrick contributing with 7, and Tyrese Eugene with 2. Once again, final score here from Arizona Christian University, 85-65. Next game coming up is going to be, once again, the standout Jamal Murray Elite, who absolutely dominated in their first game, and they'll be taking on Team Zona. We'll be back in just 10 short minutes. Thank you for tuning in for this one. For Greg Rosenberg and our entire Real Recruits team, I'm Mitch Vareldes. We'll see you in just a bit.